Good morning and welcome to Williams TV here in Monaco. It's Saturday, we've got FP3 and qualifying today, but we wanted to take this time to show you around the beautiful Monaco Harbour. You've got the track running up Beau Rivage through Casino Square, down through the tunnel to back the swimming pool, onto La Rascasse and then down the pit straight. Monaco, it's a really interesting race logistically for us. We're over here in the Motorhome. This is where guests come, the boys will have their lunch. But then you've got over in the pit lane where the garage is, and shuttling between the two, that's really difficult for the team, so we have to really plan it out. And we're going to throw over to Sophie, who's in the pit lane, who's going to show you around.
Thanks, Adam. Yes, I've made my way up here to the pit lane. You do need to give yourself a bit of time to get up here when you're working through sort of crowds and battling through people. So it's not quite the hop over to the garage that we're normally used to. But as you can see, it's a very different setup to what we're usually used to. You can just have a quick word with James maybe, but no, engineers all over here as well. They base themselves upstairs, which we'll show you later on. But it's quite a tight sort of space. So in terms of getting out the garage, the pit lane itself is very tight. The cars do have sort of Monaco-specific steering geometry here, which allows them to get around the hairpin, and that does help in being able to get out of the garage here in terms of sort of getting out to the end of the pit lane. But it's still pretty tight. They do have to kind of watch what they're doing. And the garage itself, Jack over there, just giving us a wave. The garage itself is a lot smaller. You can see at the moment there's nobody in here, so it looks like there's probably more space than there is, but as soon as you kind of throw all the mechanics, all the tyres, it very quickly fills up, especially with our engineers station in the middle. So it does make it logistically a bit more tough. In terms of setup, it does take a little bit longer due to the logistics of getting the trucks here. So we don't have the trucks parked out the back as we normally would do, because the start-finish grid is out the back here. So we do have to be a little bit more organised in terms of getting everything here and making sure that we don't need to run back to a truck for anything. And this triple deck unit that you can see, this does make it a little bit more easy to work in. This was introduced last year and has definitely helped, because we have now 3 levels to play with in terms of where we store everything. And I think we can now, Adam's made his way over here and is now up on the first floor, and he can give you a quick look around there.
Thanks, Soph. So we're now on the first floor, and as you can see up here, as unusual to other races, we have the pit wall. Not necessarily the pit wall this weekend, but this is where some of the engineers will sit during the race. And as you can see, this overlooks the pit lane rather than the racetrack, and that's more important for them to be able to see what's going on down here than it is along the pit straight. So slightly different, and as you can see, it is nice and cozy in there, nice and snug fit for everyone. But if you come through the floor now, and again, different to usual races, we have a lot of our spares up here. This is where a lot of the boys will be working during the weekend, upstairs from the garage. Usually they'd be in the back of the garage. And you can see we've got another set of stations for engineers up here as well, so they'll be working in here. And if you follow me through, you'll see a lot of the drivers' helmets. So this is where their kit gets ready. This is where they'll come just before they go out into a session, out into the race. Got Robert's helmet there, George's helmet here. Really nice touch on the helmet as well with the Danker Nicky. Obviously, really sad news that we lost Nicky Lauda this week, and George paying tribute there. Again, other side, more spares. And as you can see, just how tight it is up here. And this is the unique challenge of Monaco, not just out on track for the drivers, that they're working in limited space, but for the rest of the team as well, trying to get their work done in such cramped conditions. And it's a testament to the whole team that this gets done. And then we'll finally just show you into here. And if you come with me, you can see how the boys keep themselves fed, keep themselves hydrated with the food station, drinks down here as well. So when they've got a moment, they'll come in here, get some food, get some drink in them, keep themselves busy and ready, so they can get ready for the next session when the car's going out on track. And if you just pan to the right as well, you'll be able to see there's the starting grid. Formula Renault Eurocup getting ready to go out this morning, and one of the best views from the first floor of any motorhome in motorsport. So we'll pass now on to Sophie, who's upstairs on the second floor, and she's going to finish off the tour.
Thanks, Adam. Yeah, I've made my way up here to the second floor, and this is really a great view. I mean, you can see behind me You can see all the way down the pit lane. Brilliant to have a little balcony here for our guests, down onto the pit box. So during the race in particular, probably the best view we get all season in terms of actually being able to see the pit stops ourselves, and over the swimming pool just to the left and the harbour. So really, really great views of Monaco. You can come inside here and see this is our hospitality area. So again, with the triple deck being introduced in last year, this is a new addition. So we can actually now bring guests over here during the race, during the sessions, and they can enjoy our hospitality whilst also feeling like they're part of the garage and part of the actual action that's going on downstairs. We also have up here our engineer's office, so if you want to just head this way, so they have their own space. If we just open the door and you can stick the camera in there, you can see the engineers just preparing for their morning meeting ahead of first practice. So they have a space up in the garage, so we don't have the usual trucks that we would have in a European race. They don't have any of that space. They just have this office, so they will pretty much stay here for the entire weekend. They don't need to go anywhere else. They've got the garage below them. They might go down and have some food if they take a break, but other than that, they'll be here and they're near the cars. So much better setup than we've had previously in Monaco, despite the logistical challenge, despite the tight nature of this place. We kind of make the best of the space available. So we hope you've enjoyed having a little look around of where we're working this weekend.